Hi guys, it's Jashi. I'm finally back. I disappeared for 6 months. If you have been following me on YouTube or down on TikTok or Instagram, you may know that I tried and I pursued, let's say, a career or more of an entrepreneurship project of flipping homes. I pretty much bought the worst case scenario home you could buy with foundational issue, plumbing, electrical, and needing a lot of cosmetics. And I worked non-stop for the past 5 months and a half on this home. Now I'm finally under contract. I finally have a little bit more time and I can restart and ramp up my little pace in posting YouTube videos. I decided to start again with my most popular series, which is the Fundrise updates. My last update was around April. I was almost at $40,000 in portfolio value. We're now at 45K, getting closer and closer to that 50K mark. And a lot of stuff happened. Now again, in the past 5 months, I've been working on a house. So on top of my rental properties that were mainly sustaining my living expenses and nothing else, I also had my savings account, enough savings to live off 2 years without doing anything. And I still decided, even with no extra income that I could invest, to still pull out of my savings and invest weekly at the same pace I was investing when I had a full-time salary. That's why in the past 4 or 5 months, I still increased my portfolio value in Fundrise and many other platforms I was investing. So let's get started. Again, 5 months ago, we were almost at 40K. Now we're at 45K. If you want to look here, let me start here. If you want to look here, 45K in portfolio value. I remember that in April, our total, let's say, income or increased value of the portfolio year to date was 1,200. And I was saying that I was very satisfied and that this number could always change, slow down in pace and everything. Fundrise at the time sent an update saying that they're preparing for a little bit of a downturn because that was at the time where the Fed started to taper and increase their interest rate. Fast forward, we went from 3% average mortgage rates to pretty much around 7%, so more than double, and they were right. We're preparing for the worst, and I gotta say that compared to the stock market or other real estate investment trusts that were mostly negative in the past 5 months, we had still a positive return. In the last update, they said that on average, investors made 0.5% or above that. I honestly, if I have to calculate my whole year-to-date return at 2,238, which includes dividends and appreciation, I'm at around 5%, which I'm very satisfied. I mean, I'm 35% above the average investment out there right now, so I'm very happy with that. Now, in terms of properties and everything, if we look at my portfolio, we are 262 active projects. Now, I remember at the time when I posted my last update, we were around 250. So although Fundrise said it would be a little bit more conservative, I still increased the overall amount of properties in my portfolio. So I'm very happy about that. There's still some growth somewhere on top of making a little bit more money. If you go to general performance and look at the specific portfolios all around, let's say my general portfolio, you will notice that we have some really good performing ones like the growth one, but also some that were negative for a while. Like for example, the East Coast Real Estate Investment Trust in Q3 had a negative growth. Same with the growth E-REIT, negative growth -7%. But then overall, if you mix everything together, we had a positive return for the quarter of 0.3%, but for the year of 5.6%. Which I'm very happy with. Fundrise also just recently sent an update. I might do another video about that. It's very long, so I need to check it out, understand what's happening and what the future plans are. I'm still gonna keep my strategy of $400 every 2 weeks or $800 a month, around that, let's say, pace that we always had. Might increase it, might decrease it, all depends on what will happen with my future after I sell this real estate flip. Knock on wood, it will be sold and everything will be fine. I will also make a video about that. If you have any questions, let me know. If you'd like to get started, I'm leaving a link here just to register there. I believe they just dropped their minimum investment, so it's much more accessible for pretty much anybody who's getting started. Generally speaking, of all my portfolios, this is my favorite because on top of being the second app I started with when I came to America, in terms of passive income apps. It's also one of my favorites because they're very transparent about what they do, and they taught me a lot about how real estate investment works because they tell you some of the steps they take when it comes to buying stuff, reinvesting income. So it's very interesting, it's very educational, they're very transparent, and you feel like although you cannot really select what you want to invest in unless you have a bigger account, you feel like you have more control over stuff because you understand what is happening. That's why I love them. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Please leave a like, please subscribe if you like what I'm doing. I will start to post more and more and also open up my niches. Thank you for watching, guys. Ciao.